Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy KLA Cloud the Wanderer about to give it to you once again. And yeah, I got this video. It's mostly about me giving thoughts on TikTok videos and all that type of stuff. And yeah, I got mostly on videos about female bodybuilders giving you reasons why do you want to date a female bodybuilder and all that type of stuff. But this one video clip I want to show it caught my interest, and yeah, I want to play this first.
Toxic masculinity loves to scream about dominance, but it's the most submissive thing in the room. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to be shamed into the role. I asked the internet, what is a real man? 10% of the answers were the stereotype. One of the stereotypes is not submissive. I like to argue personally that I believe men are naturally submissive. One, you're submissive to other male approval. Otherwise, the world would not look the way it does. Guys, we're actually leaders and protectors. I'm not trying to attack you. This is just my opinion, right? If you're naturally leaders and protectors, 60% of the world wouldn't be in extreme poverty, not being protected or provided for. I also feel you're naturally submissive to being an economic slave, submissive to money. You'll be like the cheerleader or poster guy. Yeah, work. Economic slavery. Yeah. This is freedom. A lot of you are naturally submissive to sociopathic leaders and you look up to them. You look up to the most mentally ill members of society to lead you. Or you're naturally submissive to your own libido, naturally submissive to your ego. Ego, libido are running the show. Also be an observation that you naturally look for other men to follow. Definitely desire fitting in with other men, otherwise the stereotypes would not be upheld in the first place. Men were not naturally submissive. If they were natural leaders, they would not have to be shamed into the role.
Okay, yeah, I agree with her to a certain point. I think men can be she want to say naturally submissive. I think we're submissive with we can be submissive to approval of men. I agree on that. But there's moments where you're not submissive to for the approval of men. And and I would say that you could be approval to the libido, but after a point, is it natural? Yeah, it can be natural, but some things it can be an addiction too. So unless if you pointing that out, in my opinion, I think she gives some good points. I can't even refute too much on it, but at the same time, it's like what would it be better if women was running the show or something like that? Or you're categorizing women to with men be submissive just as a woman, you know, and because a lot of women that I would say that they're very masculine, they're submissive to masculinity of trying to compete with an approval of men as well, you know, in a way that they want to show men that they're just as strong as a male, you know. Yeah, and with the leader part, yeah, yeah, it depends, I don't really vote too much. I think the last person I voted was Bernie Sanders and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, but she do have points about it. I'm not gonna you know, like get on her, having a point of view, you know, I mean, I wouldn't mind talking with her on that, but you know, I could say that people, men and women, are submissive to different in different ways. You know, if she's categorizing men are just as submissive as a female, I think they're different because a woman, she has to be submissive to her femininity, but men have to be, I would say, be submissive to their masculinity. She says it's toxic masculinity, but you know, but the patriarchy, it been around for 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 the birth of civilization. It kept the world going. So I mean, I don't know. But I mean, she's entitled to her opinion. But I'm gonna play another one.
Okay, listen up. I am so irritated with men being weirdly intimidated by muscular women. Like, why are you mad that I can do more pull ups than you? Like, why are you threatened by my strength? Like, it's giving I peaked in high school. It's giving fragile masculinity. Like, muscle on women isn't too much. It's powerful. It's confident. It's encouraging to others. It's uplifting. Like, what? And if that bothers you, baby, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Like, I don't train to be cute. I don't train for your approval. I train to feel strong and to feel powerful and to feel good about myself. Okay? And don't come at me saying, girls don't need to lift heavy. You're gonna get too muscular and look like a man. Don't come at me like that. No woman ever has gotten too muscular to look like a man unless they have actually taken testosterone or something. Like, that's not a thing. Like, I like showing up for myself, and if that's too much, then go find less. Because I promise there's plenty of basic out there. And I'm saying this for all of the women that lift and that get these comments, because I know all you ladies be getting comments of, you look like a man. Oh, how's your transition going? Like, first of all, one, that's not an insult to a muscular woman who does bodybuilding. Two, we honestly like that compliment, or insult, compliment, whatever, because it's making us feel like we're actually putting in the work and we're getting to where we want to be. We like the fact of getting called a man. We think it's funny because it shows that we're building muscle and we're finally getting to where we want to be. Keep them coming. We like it. And remember, muscles aren't masculine. Weak mindsets are.
Okay, she said a lot there. I mean, she was saying that you know guys are intimidated by her because she can do more pull-ups than they can. I mean, it's natural for guys to be intimidated, in my opinion, because we challenge ourselves and stuff like that. It's not like, you know, yeah, there's guys that don't mind you being strong, and you pretty at that too. You're pretty and you're strong, so they seeing you, they're gonna be wow. They're gonna be fascinated by you. But there's guys out there that they not gonna really dig you, being stronger than they are. So and then she points out, she's like, she doesn't mind guys calling her look like a man. It's more of a compliment. But but then she's like, what she said about the being masculine is a state, is a mind state. Women should be feminine more than masculine, in my opinion. you know I mean, I don't got nothing against a woman working out. I really don't. I don't mind. a woman. But as long as she not trying to emasculate me or want to challenge me and stuff like that too, you gotta understand that also. You know, no man wants a woman to emasculate him unless if he choose to do it. That's like those dominatrix guys that dig in a dominatrix. And even with me, you know, there's a certain point I'm not gonna want to deal with that emasculation part. But you know, but other than that, man, like, you know, that's gonna happen. Like, especially these chicks, they be posting these videos of them flexing or working out and stuff like that. I would say don't pay it no mind. You know, they some dudes, they want to troll on you. I'm sure you get, you know, more comments of guys complimenting you than guys getting at you as well in a negative way, you know. And you know, I would even also say that women, even there's also women that even say negative comments about women lifting and stuff like that. So, but yeah, yeah, I'm gonna play something else.
Like, holy shit, girl, you're jacked. Yes.
Just wanted to play that because I've seen this chick on Instagram. Yeah, so
Bicep is it's about 17. My quads are 26. I need to measure my forearms. I have been getting a lot of comments on my forearms lately.
Oh my god. What do people say?
They're just like, oh my god, those are huge.
They are huge. They're very huge. Size matters, okay.
You know?
That's so crazy. Your back looks bigger every time I see you. Wow. You have like a new like little dimple in here.
Yeah, my Christmas tree is down here. That's
Christmas
starting to
tree.
come out. Yeah.
It's insane. Wow, I can't get over that. It's like you're from another planet.
yeah, man, and Rita West. Yeah, I met her a couple of times, and yeah, the first time I met her, you know, at this event, and I was filming her. You know, she let me film her. You know, and you know, I was like impressed. I remember there was one point, you know, I hugged up on her and she felt nice too. And then there was another time I felt her biceps, and yeah, I just kept feeling up on her biceps. So yeah, she is yeah, I like how she's well put together. That's the simple way of me saying that. So I'm gonna move on to something else.
So my nighttime job, I'm a dancer, and because that's how I fund my bodybuilding, right? And you would think the two go hand in hand. No. It actually makes you more of a niche. So I'm already super tatted, right? And so being like a super, like, the more I get into bodybuilding, the more of a niche I make myself. Because like if a guy is smaller than me, like if if like a guy has like zero athletic background, he doesn't work out, he doesn't hit the gym, he's smaller than me, oh dude, no way. If a guy is significantly like fatter than me, oh no shot. Like guys look at like those boys, because they're not men. They're not men at this point. Their balls probably haven't even dropped yet at this point. They look at me and they're like, oh my gosh, like I would like someone who's less masculine. And I'm like, that's okay, you know, you just have got high estrogen and low test. 2025, baby. You know, if it's you can identify as a little bitch, and I will judge you because you produce you know, a lot more tests than I do, but not apparently. So You would think it would help being like in really, really good shape, but when that happens, guys, like when I see men like that, I'm like, or not, no, that's not a man. That's an insult to actual men. They're gonna want a girl who's like a little more petite, or a girl who's a little like on the thicker side. They're not gonna want a girl who's like, you know, shoulders don't even fit in the frame sometimes. But yeah, a new struggle I'm discovering. I love it. I love this sport.
Now, I was wondering, like, so is this is like a video for her to get at the guys that reject her, and they're like they're not in shape, you know, because there's guys that may not be in shape and they might like you. So, but you know, she says that she's a dancer and to fund her sport and bodybuilding. I'm like, and dude's gonna look at her as a niche, okay? Yeah, I mean, I mean, look, but I mean, this reality check. There's guys that's not gonna dig you like that. They just not. They not. I mean, I have a friend that told me one time that he finds women with muscles disgusting. So, and he's married. He's with his wife is not a bad looking chick at all. But you know, but that's people's preference. You know, as long as they don't, I mean, with the trolling, I could understand dudes. It can be annoying and stuff like that. But that's the internet for you. Dudes is, I mean, people is gonna be people. You know, in the sense of being stupid. You know, I don't really have too much to say about it, you know, about that, because it's the same thing. A lot of these women, they love the comments, especially when a guy give them a compliment and stuff, and all the guys gonna receive is a thank you and whatnot. I bet you the guys that pay attention to her, she ain't giving them no type of play whatsoever, you know. And the guys, and maybe there's some guys that she probably wouldn't waste their time on. She wouldn't waste her time on them like that. They might not be that, you know, may not be appealing to her and stuff. And the guys probably that she would want may not want her. Maybe they do. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So.
Marrying a bodybuilder sounds great in theory, but here are some things you should expect. Number one is your kitchen will start looking like a science lab with tubs of protein and supplements everywhere. And a big portion of your finance will be dedicated to that. Like I mentioned in the last video, meal prep is sacred. Do not touch their prepped meals in the fridge unless you want to start a war. Protein farts, no explanation needed. Acts of service will start looking like spotting each other at the gym, loading their plates. Physical touch will start looking like massages. And depending on the phase that they're at, that might be all you're getting because their libido might be at an all-time low. Words of affirmation might start looking like, hey babe, do I look any leaner today? Always say yes. And whether you're lifting groceries or tying your shoes, expect unsolicited advice on how shitty your form is.
Okay, so all y'all men say you want a fit girl. You know, a woman who takes care of herself, is strong, active, fit, healthy. But is that what men really want? Because I don't think that you actually understand what that is you're signing up for. Here's the deal, because your fit woman is going to be waking up at the butt crack of dawn because she has a workout to get to. Which means that she is not going to be staying up until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning watching a movie with you. And you want her to cook for you, right? You do understand what a fit girl eats, right? It's not mac and cheese and potatoes. And I hope you're good with your hands. And no, I'm not talking about that. Get your mind out of the gutter. A sister is always sore, so get ready to rub the back, the quads, everything. And are you ready for the biggest kicker? She's gonna expect you to do all the healthy things with her.
So I've been seeing a lot of videos of what it's like dating a gym girl, or I wish I was dating one of the gym girls. First of all, are you sure? Are you positive you want to date one of us? Especially the ones that compete. Bodybuilding, powerlifting, whatever they fucking do. Like, are you sure? Especially when they're like 1 month out and they're moody as fuck. Their sex drive just gets completely low. Just gets mad for literally anything. Can't hang out with you because she has to go do cardio. Are you ready for all that? Because I don't think so. But yeah, welcome to my life.
I played all three of them videos for you guys, and they basically saying the same thing. Are you sure you want to? You sure you want to be with a female bodybuilder and stuff? And you know, what they say basically they saying be careful what you wish for, because that majority of times only time you're gonna touch them is a massage, and the sexual drive is at a low, and you know and dealing with their stuff, especially when they're in prep, they gonna turn green and angry at you. So I mean, there's some people that they married a bodybuilder, and and they kind of worked along with they routine, but there's others that it doesn't work. It doesn't work out. So yeah, I mean, there's times I think I look at them. I looked at them as a fetish more than what they actually do really. So I think yeah, you got to understand what they do. They get up in early in the morning at 5 o'clock, and then that's when they some do earlier. Some have I remember one lady woke up at 4 o'clock. And that's tough, man. Like it's a routine that they do. you know So, I mean, a lot of you guys out there, y'all want to be with these bodybuilder chicks, but do you really want to be with them? You know? So, yeah, I mean, it's not easy what they do. So,
Men who go to the gym, I want your opinion on this. How would you feel if a girl approached you at the gym?
Well, I would probably think it was a prank, because the idea of a lady approaching me at the gym sounds amazing. Absolutely amazing, because we know we don't want to do that ourselves. No, if someone I thought was attractive approached me at the gym, I'd probably make sure there were no cameras. I would probably think they were maybe high or drunk. As this has happened before, I think it would be a prank. Welcome to being a guy. A lot of that stuff's, yeah, no, that shit don't happen. It would never happen.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I could piggyback on some things what he's saying. Yeah, you don't really get, for me, it's been like times I've been approached by women, but it's one, they asking you for change. Two, they probably most likely to be a prostitute or whatever. Three, they mentally something is wrong with them. I've been approached on these three things that I've said. Very rare a woman approaches you. I mean, she doesn't even give you no choosing signals where she looks at you and just, wants you to come over there. That, I mean, there was times I probably did get that, but it's very rare. And even with that, it doesn't don't even go that far really. But for a woman to, I've heard stories that women do approach guys, but even if they do approach them, it don't be the way how we gotta approach women. We gotta constantly do it. And yeah, like to go up and talk to him and stuff like that. This guy in the video, he says that he don't really like doing that type of stuff neither. So when he see a woman approaching him, it's like, is this for real? Yeah, because it's something out of a sci-fi movie. You know, you don't really see that too much. I mean, it's very interesting. Like these women, they talk about being masculine and feminine, but approaching a guy, they not gonna really do that type of shit. They not gonna do it. They just not gonna do it, and it's okay. They don't need to do it. We got to be the ones to do it. Ask guys to do it. So yeah. So I mean, that's about it, man. If you like the video, give me a like. If you got some comments, you can put on some comments and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's about it. And guys, please don't say the same thing about I love female bodybuilders. Please, that shit is annoying a little bit. You know, I do show. I mean, I appreciate the comment, but you know, we get it. I get it. I get it, man. Say something that kind of have a little bit more substance than I love female bodybuilders and type of stuff. So, all right. With that note, I'm gonna be out. Peace. Have a good week.